everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English, and I am Karen.
Hello, Karen. Hello, everybody. This is Shane. Okay, so today we're looking at Shenkeng Old Street, a step into the past.
I love old streets. And I love the food that we can get from these old streets.
Yeah, I love walking down there and just seeing all the red bricks.
Yes.
And it just feels so warm and inviting. I really love that kind of old look.
And the best part about this kind of old street, or this particular old street, is that they sell tofu. Like stinky tofu or different types of tofu.
Like even like tofu ice cream.
That's right. And you are a vegetarian, so you must eat a lot of tofu every day.
Well, I don't know about every day, but yeah, pretty often. You know, tofu could be made in so many different ways.
That's true.
And prepared in many different kind of ways. So like douhua or something like that.
That's right.
That's tofu, right?
Oh, I love that too.
And it's one of my favorite dishes. I just love eating it. I could eat it for lunch or for dessert or for any time of the day. Breakfast, it's just so yummy.
But let me ask you though, I mean, stinky tofu in particular. I think a lot of foreigners coming to Taiwan, they don't really want to try stinky tofu.
Because it's just too stinky.
That's right, but you know, the stinkier it tastes, I mean, the stinkier it smells, the better it tastes, right?
When I first came to Taiwan, I was disgusted. I mean, really, disgusted by the smell of stinky tofu.
That's right.
And now I love it.
Do you?
Fried or like mala or like any kind of stinky tofu. I feel like the stinkier, the better. It's kind of
Exactly.
It's kind of like cheese, you know. When you first try cheese, you're not going to try like blue cheese, something that's like has a really strong flavor. But the more you appreciate it, the more you love it to just be stinkier and stinkier.
That's right.
All right. Well, why don't we get into Shenkeng Old Street and step into the past?
All right.
Not too far from the shiny modern buildings of Taipei's financial district lies a jewel from Taiwan's past. Shenkeng Old Street dates back to the 19th century when the town of Shenkeng was central to the Taiwanese tea trade. The narrow Old Street has retained many original brick buildings from this period, and it is these structures that give Shenkeng its unique old-fashioned character.
So we're looking at Shenkeng Old Street, a step into the past. Yay!
All right, let's get into this.
All right.
Not too far from the shiny modern buildings of Taipei's financial district lies a jewel from Taiwan's past.
So that means it's not too far from Taipei City, right?
Yes, and we know a jewel just means something very precious, like a precious stone, but here we mean a very precious place or thing, right?
That's right. Okay, so we're also looking at this word financial. Financial, that is an adjective. Financial means relating to or involving money. So the company is in financial difficulties, you could say that. Or you could also say taking care of a sick dog can be a big financial burden, especially in North America.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier to take care of sick animals in Taiwan. Well, easier on your wallet.
Exactly.
Just
it's a lot cheaper.
Just to see a veterinarian in the US at
or
least.
Canada.
In the US, it's like just to walk in is like $70 US.
Or getting a shot, it would be like 300 Canadian dollars.
Wow. Okay, that's not the point here. Let's keep moving on.
Okay, go back to Shenkeng. So Shenkeng Old Street dates back to the 19th century, when the town of Shenkeng was central to the Taiwanese tea trade.
Oh, interesting. So in fact, it was first famous really for tea rather than tofu.
That's right.
Okay, continuing. The narrow Old Street has retained many original brick buildings from this period. And it is these structures that give Shenkeng its unique, old-fashioned character. Yeah, I've been there and that's what I really loved about it. I love walking. I feel like I'm walking down. I feel like I'm back in history when I'm there.
Is it kind of like, what's that place called? 九份.
Yes.
Is it kind of like that when you go there?
You know what? Not really, because 九份 doesn't have as many brick things. 九份 is just like, actually, 有点乱七八糟. Right? But Shenkeng is just it looks very neat and tidy, and the red bricks, it's really nice. So retain is a verb, and retain means to hold on to or keep. So to maintain is to keep in mind, or like a possession, or to keep something in a certain condition. So for example, you can say, he retained clear memories of his parents.
Aww.
So we kind of held on to these memories. He kept these memories.
All right, and we're also looking at this word here, brick, and that is a noun. So bricks are rectangular blocks of baked clay used for building walls, which are usually red or brown. So for example, Kathy looked over the brick wall to see what was on the other side. And like you said before, I think a lot of things, if you want to, step into the past, a lot of houses were made of bricks, right?
Yeah, right. And so it just gives you that feeling of, that historical feeling. And I love walking down those streets. There's just something very inviting about the red brick. It just looks old-fashioned, but it also looks very kind of classy.
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
It looks very classy and very neat.
That's right. And what's so unique about it is that it is so close to us. We don't have to travel so far away. It's like 30 minutes away, 30-minute drive.
It's not that far from the Taipei Zoo, actually.
That's right. It's actually very close to the Taipei Zoo, right?
Yeah. So it's definitely a place that you should go and visit. I've been there. I don't think you have.
I haven't been there, but I really should. I mean, it's not too far away, now I know, right?
Yeah.
I can always pay a visit.
And you get a little bit of tofu. Wow. Well, why don't we take a break and get back to Shenkeng.
All right. Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们今天要前往深坑老街来一趟怀旧之旅。课文一开始写到，在距离台北金融区闪亮亮现代大楼的不远处，坐落着来自台湾过去的珍宝。那它指的就是深坑老街。深坑老街可以追溯到19世纪，当时深坑镇是台湾茶叶贸易的中心。那狭窄的老街有保留了许多这个时期的砖造建筑，正是这些建筑物赋予深坑独特的旧时特色。好，单字 financial 或是 financial， 它是形容金融的、财务的。那文中的 financial district 就是指金融区。例句提到说，照顾生病的狗狗可能会是很大的财务负担。老师们就有聊到说，在北美地区去看个兽医，基本可能就要花个几千元或是上万元台币耶。好，那老师有提到兽医的英文是 veterinarian， veterinarian，veterinarian 它就表示兽医，那也可以简称为 vet。好，下一个单字 retain 是动词，表示保留、保存或是有保持、留住的意思。那 brick 就是砖头的砖。Karen 老师在讲解时，他用到 rectangular 这个形容词 rectangular，rectangular 是形容长方形的。那这边两个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是地方副词或副词片语移到句首的倒装。当主词带有比较长的修饰语，或者是要强调地方副词或副词片语时，我们就可以把这个地方副词或副词片语移到句首，然后把主词跟动词进行倒装，形成下列的句型，也就是地方副词或副词片语加 be 动词或动词加主词点。举例来说 ，A scary monster lived in the cave。我们现在把这个地方副词片语 in the cave 移到句首，然后经过倒装就变成 In the cave lived a scary monster。洞穴里住着一只恐怖的怪物。好，那注意一下，当主词是代名词的时候，就不用倒装咯。举例来说 ，Here comes the bus。公车来了，我们把例句里面 the bus 改成代名词 it， 这时候句子会写作 Here it comes。
那就可以看到这个动词 comes 是维持在主词 it 的后方，它们没有进行倒装。好，那么第二个重点是分列句的用法。分列句是用来强调直述句当中的主词、受词、时间或地方副词或副词片语。我们把强调的部分摆在 it is 和 that 之间，或是 it was 和 that 之间，其余部分放在 that 之后。所以这个句型啊，就是 it is 或是 it was 加你要强调的部分，加 that 再加句子其余的部分。举例来说 ，He became interested in photography in college。好，那现在我要用分列句来强调 in college， 那么句子就写作 It was in college that he became interested in photography。他对摄影产生兴趣是在大学的时候。那接话课文中。
Aside from its historic architecture, Shenkeng Old Street is most famous for being the unofficial tofu capital of Taiwan. The ingredient is everywhere here and comes in many different dishes, from boiled tofu to tofu ice cream. However, if tofu isn't your thing, you can enjoy other local favorites such as black pork, green bamboo shoots, taro balls, and peanut brittle. To wash these down, try a mung bean smoothie or a grass jelly tea. While walking along Shenkeng Old Street, step into one of its traditional grocery stores. They sell classic toys and candies that will remind many older visitors of the past. Don't just browse. Buy a souvenir to remember your visit to one of Taiwan's most unique historical locations.
Welcome back. So before the break, we were talking about Shenkeng, right?
Yay!
Shenkeng Old Street.
That's right.
And we found that, historically, actually, it was like the center of like tea trade here in Taiwan. So right now, it is just a very beautiful place with like red bricks everywhere, and it has a very historical feel to it.
That's right.
So let's find out what's so special. What else is so special about Shenkeng?
All right, so aside from its historic architecture, Shenkeng Old Street is most famous for being the unofficial tofu capital of Taiwan. And that's what we were talking about. I love tofu and different types of tofu. The ingredient is everywhere here and comes in many different dishes, from boiled tofu to tofu ice cream. I have never tried tofu ice cream though. Have you?
Of course. Yeah.
No, seriously?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's good.
Really?
It's not,
Is it sweet?
honestly, it's not as good as like real dairy ice cream. But yeah, no, it's good. Yeah,
Does it like come in different flavors too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Many different flavors.
I gotta try that.
Yeah, I love that tofu could just be made into like so many different types of things.
That's right.
All right, continuing. However, if tofu isn't your thing, you can enjoy other local favorites such as black pork, green bamboo shoots, taro balls, and peanut brittle. Ooh, I love me some peanut brittle. To wash these down, try a mung bean smoothie or a grass jelly tea.
I didn't know that there's like so many different types of food that you can get in Shenkeng. I thought it was just the tofu.
Yeah, well, luckily, I think most of these things, though, if I were to bring my father there, I think he
Probably wouldn't enjoy.
there would be nothing there that I think he would be excited about. Like taro balls? Like, what? He doesn't even know what taro is, And like, grass jelly?
Do you like grass jelly tea?
I like all of this stuff, but I'll be honest, most of the things, like traditional things in Taiwan, like the cuisines are an acquired taste. Particularly when you're eating sweet things that are made from beans.
That's right.
And, with these jellies and weird stuff. Like it's, but I like it now.
Well, I have to say that I enjoy all of them.
Okay.
I'm getting hungry.
I know.
Okay, so while walking along Shenkeng Old Street, step into one of its traditional grocery stores. They sell classic toys and candies that will remind many older visitors of the past. Oh, I know. I think you can also find these grocery stores or shops in like many other old streets as well, right?
Yeah.
Like when you visit Danshui or Jiufen, right?
I like those kind of places because, you know, we're so used to like the supermarket.
Exactly.
Right? And everything there is just kind of so neat and you know what you're going to find. But when you go into like a more like traditional grocery store, I just feel like there's a lot of
New things to
I feel like
explore.
there's so much to look at and there's things that you can only get there. It makes it really fun, like a little treasure trove.
And they're not that expensive either.
Right. So what's a grocery? All right, so groceries are foods you buy at a grocer's or a supermarket, such as flour, sugar, tinned foods. So for example, you could say, I usually buy a snack from a grocery store when I walk home from school.
That's right. Okay, and we're also looking at this word to remind, and that is a verb. So to remind basically means just to cause someone to remember something. Maybe they have forgotten something or they might forget. So you gotta say, hey, don't forget to buy milk. So you want to remind them, right? So for example, this song always reminds me of my childhood. And that's what music does to you. And food as well.
Food very often, and you know, especially I think the smells.
Smell and the taste.
And the smell can really bring you back to like, you know, your childhood even, you know, just one little sniff, right? Don't just browse, buy a souvenir to remember your visit to one of Taiwan's most unique historical locations.
That's right.
So what does it mean to browse? So to browse just means to look casually for whatever catches your eye, rather than searching for something specific.
That's right. And souvenir, you have to buy souvenir, right?
Must, yeah.
And that is a noun. So a souvenir is something you buy or keep to help you remember a vacation or a special event. So oftentimes when you go maybe like to Japan or go to Canada, go somewhere on a vacation, you want to buy a little gift to help you remind you of this place, right? And you can also buy souvenir for your friends as well.
Right, so
Okay.
we have a what do you think question. Let me ask you, what do
Okay.
you think? Do you prefer visiting modern or old-fashioned places? And why?
Okay, I have to say that I live in, well, Taipei City, right? So we're usually in this modern place all the time. So if I were just to take like a day trip, if I want to go travel somewhere, I would like to see something a little more different. So old-fashioned places would be nice.
Yeah,
Because it's something different. It's not something you see every single day.
yeah, I like kind of like stepping into the past. It's almost like a history lesson, and you can really see the roots of some place.
Exactly.
Right? Especially when you're in a country, these kind of historical, old-fashioned places remind you of what it really is like, kind of like the heart of that country or place.
So you would definitely enjoy Shenkeng, and I think I would too.
Yes. Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you in Shenkeng.
I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I'll buy you some tofu ice cream.
I love stinky tofu.
除了有历史悠久的建筑之外，深坑老街可以说是台湾豆腐之乡。在那边啊，豆腐随处可见，出现在许多不同菜色里面，从水煮豆腐到豆腐冰淇淋都有。那不喜欢豆腐的人也可以享用其他在地美食，像黑猪肉啊、绿竹笋啊、芋圆或者是花生糖等等。Shane老师提到，有不少台湾小吃是要多吃几次，吃久了才会爱上。那这时候老师用到 acquired taste。 Acquired taste 是指后天养成的爱好，就像吃臭豆腐，一开始你可能不爱，那越吃越久就越爱。好，那我们沿着深坑老街散步的时候，可以去逛逛传统杂货店，里面有卖古早时代的玩具啊、糖果。那年纪比较大的游客看到，应该都会马上回忆起过去。Shane 老师说，他也很喜欢逛传统杂货店来挖宝。老师这时候用到 treasure trove 来描述这些杂货店。那么 treasure trove 就是表达宝库，也有宝物的意思。最后来看单字 grocery， 它表示食品杂货店或是食品杂货，那固定用复数型。我们也可以用 grocery store 来指食品杂货店。那补充一下，如果是 grocer 或是念作 grocer G-R-O-C-E-R， 那它就是指食品杂货商。再看到 remind 这个动词，它表示提醒或是使想起，我们可以用 remind somebody of 加名词来表达使某人想起什么什么。例句提到说，这首歌总是让我回想起我的童年。那老师们就聊到说，食物也会勾起回忆，你可能尝一口，闻一下，马上就回到过去了。那 Shane 老师这时候用到 sniff S-N-I-F-F，那这个字可以当名词或是当动词来表达闻。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Not too far from the shiny modern buildings of Taipei's financial district lies a jewel from Taiwan's past. Shenkeng Old Street dates back to the 19th century when the town of Shenkeng was central to the Taiwanese tea trade. The narrow Old Street has retained many original brick buildings from this period, and it is these structures that give Shenkeng its unique old-fashioned character. Aside from its historic architecture, Shenkeng Old Street is most famous for being the unofficial tofu capital of Taiwan. The ingredient is everywhere here and comes in many different dishes, from boiled tofu to tofu ice cream. However, if tofu isn't your thing, you can enjoy other local favorites such as black pork, green bamboo shoots, taro balls, and peanut brittle. To wash these down, try a mung bean smoothie or a grass jelly tea. While walking along Shenkeng Old Street, step into one of its traditional grocery stores. They sell classic toys and candies that will remind many older visitors of the past. Don't just browse. Buy a souvenir to remember your visit to one of Taiwan's most unique historical locations.
Hey, it's KiWi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie.
There are a lot of foreigners in Taiwan, and sometimes they will ask you questions, but we're stuck answering in the same phrases. So today, let's work on some translations.
Let's see what our friends have to say.
我对你有信心。
I have confidence in you.
I'm faithful to you. I have the full confidence with you.
Very good, very close. I have full confidence in you. Okay, but very close. Good try.
job, so
it's okay,
close.
very, very close. All right, pick another one for me, please. 我会为你加油的。
I will cheer for you.
I will give you a hand.
I will cheer for you.
Good, I will cheer for you. 那我们今天学到了什么呢？
How do we say these sentences in English? I believe in you. You can also say, I have full confidence in you. I'm rooting for you. Or you can say, I will be cheering for you. And these are the ways to encourage your friends. KiWi later!